So we are putting a lot of effort, but maybe in the next financial year we need to have a particular budget for closing Shahahola. Based on my briefing I've received here, I really think that there is need for a one-off budget that takes care of both collection of information, of samples, but most importantly in terms of final leg in terms of investigation, but also what to do with the people who are unable to come forward. We are unable to get DNA samples. What do we do with the site? You know, can we make it a memorial site for remembrance of these victims of, unfortunately, religious extremism and radicalization, and therefore so that it can become a place where it will remind us about our failures as a society to protect those who are victims of radicalization and religious extremism. Whether there was any acts of omission or commission on the part of the security apparatus and administration team is a matter that has not really been established. So the question is basically for us to get indeed whether there were people who are specifically culpable. Because, you know, when people say we have gone to pray, yeah, sometimes we, especially in a religious country like ours, people usually leave people and say, yeah, they are praying. Why do you disturb people who are fasting and praying? And you know, we have many sites in Kenya where people go pray and fast. So perhaps there was a lapse from that 2020, 2021 until the time we came into office and these issues were investigated. So I do not want to cast aspersions on those who served that time until we have proper evidence. However, because government is a going concern and it operates in perpetuity, like my predecessor, the Deputy President, said before, this is regrettable and this is an indictment on the part of government, you know, as a whole. It is something that should not happen in a country that has so many security apparatus, either whether somebody received intelligence information from the ground and maybe never acted on it, or we must own up as a government that this is a failure on our part, that we can lose over 500 people when we have a government whose responsibility is to protect its own people. So to that extent, I can say without fear of contradiction that it was a failure of monumental proposition on the part of us as a country and as a nation that we failed. And this is not just those who are running government. It's also a failure on the part of citizens, because we are not becoming, like the Bible says, we are not becoming our neighbors, good neighbors, looking after each other, because we allowed our loved ones just to go for prayers forever, never looked for them. It's even worse that fewer people from society very few people are complaining about losing somebody or so. Meaning that there are so many people in Kenya that are actually lost from their villages, from their families, and they are forgotten. Because even in this situation, because of the small number of people who came out, it points out to this very problem of neglect.